Hello everybody, Imminent Storm here, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3, our Germany playthrough. So, last episode, we just kind of did a little bit of reorganizing of our military a bit, so not a lot happened. We're still just getting ready for our coming war with the Soviet Union, and so we're going to go ahead and just kind of get things rolling again, because we just want to get things moving here. One thing I want to make a note of is that I'm making some adjustments to how I'm handling my audio, because I want to try and see if I can improve the way some of my audio works. So if things get a little weird with the way my audio is working in this episode, please bear with me on that. So, alright, so where are we at? We're pretty much just waiting for things to get produced. And we're trying to get prepared for a war with the Soviet Union. Now, I mean, in theory, I probably could just go ahead and attack them now. But it's already June, which means that it's going to be winter soon by the time I'm deep in Russia, and fighting in Russia in the winter is not a good idea. I'd like to be much further along in my campaign. So earliest I'm probably going to start up this war is going to be spring of next year. So we're just going to have to wait until then. One thing I did want to do, I was thinking about this, is, let me go ahead and redo these guys, is I want to push my interceptors to the top, because right now I don't have any interceptors set up on the Russian front. All my interceptors right now are defending Western Europe against British bombers, so I don't have anything to cover my assault forces on the Eastern Front, so I'm going to need these sooner rather than later. And actually, the production of these may dictate when I actually engage my battle with Russia. So the first set of these isn't going to be out until October, and that's actually not bad. So it might mean that we'll be able to get a couple of sets of these interceptors out by spring. And one thing I wanted to just take a look here, Hinkle HE-51s, those are still kind of biplane CAGs. Well, I haven't been really working on carrier air attack. Okay, BF 109Es, BF 109Gs, Junkers Ju-89s. Okay. Naval bombers, Dornier Do-17Es. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using many naval bombers, though. Actually, I probably want to put some of these in queue. Just a few of those. Because they might be useful when we're going to war with Britain in a couple of years, helping attack their fleets. Tactical bombers are Heinkel HE-111s, and we have Junkers Ju-87G Stukas for close air support. Actually, some of these might not be a bad idea either. Actually, we'll just leave those alone for now. We're kind of limited in how much we can actually do. Tactical Air Command, Spearhead, Combat Whip. Okay, that's good, because that's going to reduce the amount of stacking penalty that we're going to get if we attack a lot of units at once. Okay, they're continuing to kind of shuffle my ministers around. Got this wasted IC, and trying to manually keep an eye on the IC is going to be a bit tedious without that prioritization working, because I don't know why that isn't working. See, again, we're wasting IC, so I need to go in here and reset it back up. Alright, other one I also want to do is to come in here in my land technologies. I want to just check these and see if any of these improve organization. Blitzkrieg. Yeah. I'm going to actually take it off, put it back on so it goes back to the bottom, and then I'm going to push it to the top. Because I think organization is going to become important, because the more organization your units have, the more endurance they're going to have. So the longer they can sustain an attack, and the more assaults they can withstand before they break. Considering we're going up against an enemy that potentially could put way more numbers on the field than we can, it's going to be important that our units be able to stay in the fight as long as possible. So we're going to look through here. We're working on that. Combined arms warfare. Oh, and rocket artillery. I think I forgot to put that in there. Yeah, there it is. I missed that a couple of times. I want to get that in there. Alright, back to here. Now, infantry organization. Okay, so we want to push that to the top. Let's see. Partisan, mountain, marines, engineers. I'm not too worried about that at the moment. We need to queue that up. AA, anti-tank organization, self-propelled artillery. Yeah, there we go. Assault concentration doctrine. We want to put that up there. That's not that important. There was something else in here that I wanted to make sure. We already took care of that. That should be alright. Actually, I probably want to put this one up as well, because reducing the amount of hours between attacks is also going to be very useful. Oh, we got superior firepower. Alright. Alright, so upgrades are completing. Alright. One thing I want to do is I want to put in another heavy armor group. And now we just got superior firepower, so I can actually put in more stuff. So, self-propelled artillery, I'm going to put in motorized anti-aircraft, and I'm going to put in engineers. So now we can put 5 brigades in there. This is a nice mixed division. So, and serial, hold on, in parallel, we can do 5 in parallel, 1 in serial, because we're just going to build 1 full core's worth of divisions. Alright. These, we're actually starting to get some work done on these transport planes, because they're going to be also very useful as we push deeper into Russia, because we might need to do some forward air supply drops. Industrial for efficiency and production. Oh, that's why. Oh, there's more heavy armor. Slap that down there. Okay, so I got a stack of 4. There should be 1 more of those coming out. Yeah, gonna be done in August. Okay. Let's just get things rolling here quick. Fleet. Now, one thing I think I mentioned before is that we're getting to a point now. This stinking production is that we might need to split the fleet, because if you look at this here, this is the positioning penalty of large fleets. So the more ships you have in a fleet, the kind of more they get in each other's way, essentially. and so the less effective they become. So you want to kind of keep your fleet sizes somewhat efficient here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take... what's this? Finland is mobilizing. Okay. That's odd. I
Ruster Groovy joined Revolution Finale.
Well. Okay, whatever. I'm going to bring these older ships off. We got some really old... I'm going to bring these destroyers off as well. And what I'm actually going to do is... I'm going to take... Which one was which? Oh, yeah, that one. Is this, and I'm going to bring it over here, rebase it, and then I'm going to use it as essentially an escort for the transports. We're rolling along here. Strategic bombardment tactics advance. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else we want to put in? Strategic bombers. They are very expensive. Not as expensive as the transport planes, which I still find that inexplicable. Why these transport planes are that expensive to build. That seems ridiculous to me. Destroyer anti-aircraft armament advance. Okay. And let's see. This is the first army group. Oh, one other thing I forgot to do is I need to get these guys attached to the Third Army. You know, it would be nice to have those guys on the Russian front, but I think we'll be alright. And it looks like, at least at the moment, we do have numerical superiority along the border, but I know that they have reserves back here I just can't see. So once we start pushing in, is there anything else that we can do while we're waiting here? Oh, let's... Now, that's interesting, is that Italy hasn't gone to war with Greece yet. Are they even a member of the faction yet? No, Greece has not joined the Allies yet. That's interesting. Yugoslavia, actually... I wonder if I can actually influence this nation as well. Yeah, we've got Bulgaria. Yeah, let's influence these guys. It's going to cause us to basically cost some diplomatic points to maintain those influencing efforts, but that'll be interesting if I can get Yugoslavia and Bulgaria to join the Axis. And actually, I think for our victory conditions, we need to have, you know, Yugoslavia as controlled by the Axis. And again, we are wasting IC. This is just really annoying. One other thing, actually, now that I think about it, what I wanted to check is strategic effects. Let's see what of these we actually got. We got the Polish corridor. So we control Danzig, and what does that actually get us? Naval organization +5, supply throughput +1. We have Pact of Steel, which is, we got Italy in the Axis, so we get some additional supplies and research efficiency. We have Veteran Army, which we fought 250 battles, So leadership modifier, organization regain rate. Okay, so that's really nice. And naval supremacy in the east we're currently working on. Okay, so some stuff we don't quite control yet. Alright. Okay, so yeah, our Marines are being worked on now. As soon as these guys are done, I am going to go give Norway a surprise visit. Now we're pretty much just rolling. Let's just kick up the speed 5 and we'll just let it roll here as fast as we can because there's just not a lot going on. Oh. Heavy cruiser and aircraft. Still shuffling those guys around. Vichy, France. Alright, so we got the last... Oh, what's this? Put that in there. The assassination of Leon Trotsky. Leon Trotsky, once the top lieutenant and heir presumptive of Vladimir Lenin, died today in a Mexico City hospital. He was attacked in his home with an ice axe by a Spanish national in the employ of the NKVD. He succumbed to his wounds 1 day later. Okay, so Leon Trotsky was assassinated. It doesn't really have any effect. It's just another one of those historical flavor events. Strategic rocket development. Oh. Okay, so that's actually interesting. That's going to be strategic rocket development, the flying bomb, 1942. One thing I want to look at is theoretical jet engine. We were working on that, right? Yeah, okay, so... light tank armor. Light tank armor finished. Light tank stuff is just about to get done. Reliability. Just keep this rolling. Light tank gun, light tank engine. You stopped our diplomatic influence on Bulgaria and Yugoslavia. Why? I guess we ran out of diplomacy points. Can I... Yep, go ahead, we're going to influence Yugoslavia again. We'll only influence Yugoslavia. Alright, what we got here? We finished all of these heavy armor, so... I am going to make them a core, and I'm going to attach them to the 5th Army. Okay, so... Now what I'm going to do... is I was thinking of putting them up here to push across here, but I think I want to add them into the armored attack that I'm going to bring over here. Because we got some light armor and some medium armor. We got a lot of medium armor, but I want to actually bring the heavy armor in. So we're going to bring the... I'm just going to stack the line here with the heavy armor as well. Because we're gonna punch through here. Now, as we push... Let's review the terrain here. Because we're going to need to think about... kind of beyond this initial assault in the south we're going to launch. Oh, launch torpedo, very nice. We need to think about how we're going to be doing this assault. Let me be back on here, because this is kind of an issue right here. What this is sorry, I just scrolled off screen by accident there. That's the Pripyat, I believe that is, the marshlands. And what it is it's just a big marshland. And I can't really see it right now, but there's just terrible infrastructure in there, and most of it's just impassable. So you can't really push through it. You're going to have to go around it. And there are some units in there, and just fighting in the marshes is just terrible. So we don't want to be sending tanks in there, any kind of motorized forces in there, because the terrain penalties they take from it are just enormous, and I mean, it's just, they're almost useless in there. So we're going to need to go in there with foot soldiers, foot infantry, and kind of root out whatever forces might be entrenched in those marshes. So I kind of want to avoid sending the armor toward those marshes. And we're going to have to keep an eye on it as we push in, that we don't end up sending guys in there when they really shouldn't be. Alright, so, we got the first of our new infantry divisions. And where are we going to put those? Let's see, where do we look a little thin? A little thin in the center here, so let's start piling these guys up here. Where's that 5th Army? There he is. Alright, so these divisions, we're going to make those into a corps. We're going to attach them to the 5th Army, and then we are going to push these infantry into position along these fronts. Oh, they ran out of fuel. Well, they are heavy tanks. Oh, theoretical jet engine. Alright, let me take a look at the next technology involved in that. There should be something in here. Oh, probably... jet engine, I can't do that until 1943. Okay, but at least we got that out of the way. Oh, we got the Scharnhorst and the Gneisenau. Get them deployed out. Okay. Medium bomb advance. I wonder if I shouldn't split out a couple more of the lower tiered light cruisers. Let's send these lower tiered light cruisers over here to our transport escorts as well. There we go. Yep, now our positioning penalty is down to 5%. Okay. Oh, what's this? Finland can now be invited to the faction. Sweet. Oh, Finland. Europe, Finland, invite the faction. There we go. Alright, so now Finland is a member of the Axis. And so presumably they are going to help us when we go to war with Russia, though looking at what they got, I'm not sure how well they're going to be able to do here. I've seen some playthroughs where Finland does very well and pushes deep into Russia, and I've actually played some playthroughs of this where Finland just basically gets steamrolled. So not sure exactly what's going to happen, but Finland getting steamrolled is looking like what is going to happen here, because they don't have hardly anything if Russia decides to push across the border with this force. Alright, so, alright, we got CAGs done from one of our carriers. I'm gonna put those here. Alright, I'm gonna get these Scharnhorst and Gneisenau. Light bomb development. Just keep things rolling. Oh, what's this? Military access for Sweden. Okay. These guys are gonna be done late December. Oh, we got some upgrades. Oh, and the first of those. Well, actually, I need to look through, just make sure that. Yeah, yep. Okay. Destroyer stuff, I'll probably just queue that up anyway. Submarine stuff, why not? Yes. And we're not worried about super heavy battleships. These guys are all queued up. These guys are all queued up. Supply organization. Okay. Oh, we need to get these guys in the queue. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we got our first of our interceptor squadrons. So I'm actually going to put them here. Merge them together, and I'm actually going to assign these guys to the army group. Yep. Oh, and actually... Oh, those guys should be fine. They should be assigned to... they're all assigned to this army group. Actually, let's take these guys, let's attach them and reassign them to this army group. Okay. We got another. We can invite Bulgaria to the faction. Alright. So Bulgaria, you are now a member of the Axis. What? Maybe we just need to influence them some more? I don't know. Oh, well, when we get another diplomat out there, we can try and invite them again. It's going to be November 1st, I think, it said. Oh, we produced rocket artillery. So what kind of rocket artillery do we have? It's probably some really old... Oh, we have self-propelled rocket artillery. Rachtenwerfer. SWG-40, yes. Some really primitive. Got self-propelled rocket. Now, how does that compare? It's not as good as our self-propelled artillery, but that's probably because we haven't improved it yet. Alright, we got some more CAGs out for the carriers. Alright. Let's see if Bulgaria... There we go. Now Bulgaria is a member of the Axis. Very nice. And Romania still isn't. I'd almost like to declare war on... If Yugoslavia becomes a member of the Axis, if I could, you know, influence them some more. See if we can influence them a little bit more. You know, I might just declare war on Romania and let Hungary, Yugoslavia, and Bulgaria destroy Romania. But actually, keeping Romania neutral, oh, they're drifting over pretty hard, so... Bulgaria's mobilizing, interesting. As Greece is getting really close to joining the Allies. As soon as they join the Allies, Bulgaria and Italy are going to kick their door in, so... Alright, here's another CAG. Combat medicine. Okay, I'm just burning through technologies here. Assault concentration advance. Okay, we got that infantry warfare advance. Let's take a look. Yeah, 1942, 1944. Okay, so 1942. Alright. Again, keep this non-aggression pact status. We can break the non-aggression pact with the Soviet Union now. And to completely expire April 1943, we're not going to be waiting that long. Okay. I'm just going to keep this rolling. I'd like to get all the way to 1941 here. Let's see, what else? Things rolling along. Bismarck and Tirpitz all of a sudden are going to be done a lot sooner. Must have gotten some technology that improves that. Large bomb advance. Finland. That's the thing when you're running at speed 5, you just get spammed with these pop-ups. Blitzkrieg advance. Okay, nuclear physics. Alright, we got our Marines. Alright. Alright, so what we're actually going to do is we're going to move this fleet up there, and then we're going to drop these Marines. More technology. Alright, so we're going to drop these Marines here. There we go. We're going to make them into a corps, and I guess I could attach them, because I don't have any army nearby. USA has decided the undeclared war. Okay. So the US has decided they're going to start escorting convoys bound for Europe. What we're going to do is we're going to assign this to the 1st Army Group, because they're nearby. So we at least just get it incorporated into some sort of command structure at the moment. It's not ideal, but that's what we got so far. Alright, hold on. We are now in January of 41. And we can now invite Romania to the faction. Now, do we actually want to do that? Romania. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna bring them in. Come on, Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia's slouching there. I would love having this entire block down here as my allies. Alright, so now they're reorganizing. Pushing all their units up against the... And it's good, actually, now that we have Bulgaria as one of our allies, because now Romania doesn't have to worry about their southern border, so they can push their entire military up against the Soviet border there, which is going to help them withstand any attacks across their border. Because not only do they have the river here, but they also have these hills and this mountain range. Will help them hold a defensive position if they're smart. Alright, Romania's mobilizing. Because actually now anyone who's joined my faction is now at war with the Allies. Alright, we got more infantry. I think we need to stack some more infantry down here, because this is a little thin. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to create another stack of infantry, make them a corps, assign that corps to the 5th Army. Put that corps down here and then start moving these troops into position there. Okay. Starting to feel good about this. Now, because it's 1941, we also need to go in and push technologies in, specifically heavy tanks. And I'm going to prioritize the heavy tanks. And 42. Oh yeah, we need the rocket artillery. That's why the rocket artillery right now kind of sucks compared to our standard self-propelled artillery, because it needs a lot of research work. Let's see, anything else we can push into the queue? Yes, aircraft carrier stuff again, but we're not worried about that too much. Alright, bombers. Actually, let's push the fighter stuff in first. And then we want... what do we need? I'm not too worried about the strategic bomber stuff, but this stuff here, that's important. Air-launched twin-engine aircraft armament. I'll push that up there as well. And then all the strategic bomber stuff, we'll put it in the queue, but we're not going to prioritize it. So we don't really have any strategic bombers right now that can use it. So, education, that's important. We're pushing that to the top. Oil refining, steel production. Let's see. Rare materials. Rare materials, because we're at a deficit on that. I'm going to push that to the top, but we're going to leave the others down the bottom. Let's see, flying bomb. We'll need that. Alright, tactical command, we'll put that in there. A mechanized 1941, that's going to be a priority. Let's see. That's it there. These guys are already queued up. And we need to make sure these guys stay queued up. Okay. There we go. Alright, Soviet Union. Underground resistance base was located and destroyed. Another underground resistance base was located and destroyed. Okay. Alright, okay, so we've got another squadron of interceptors. So let's actually put these interceptors here for the moment. Merge them up, we're going to assign them to the army group, and then we're going to rebase them there. Then we have transports. Alright, for the moment, we're just going to put the transports kind of back here. Because they're kind of situational. I mean, do we want to do airborne? We can't do airborne. Airborne infantry. Where is airborne infantry? There it is. Do we want to make paratroopers? Fallschirmjägers. Nah, we're not gonna prioritize those. Alright, so I'm running this episode a little long because I would like to get just kind of through this part of the game here. So I'm just gonna make it one big long chunk. Let's see. Bismarck and Tirpitz. They're gonna be done on April 13th. These guys aren't gonna be done until May. These guys aren't gonna be done until May. Let's see. These guys are in production. They're not gonna be done until June. And these guys haven't even started production yet. You know what? I'm thinking we're gonna get the Bismarck and the Tirpitz out. Oh, actually. And we're gonna get the Bismarck and the Tirpitz out. We're gonna get up to April. Oh, there goes our airborne infantry we were just looking at. Okay. What we got? We got more transport planes. More transport planes. There we go. Just assign them there. Yeah, this is gonna be a really long episode. Yeah, we're just getting spammed. Getting spammed. Okay. Alright, we're in March 30th. Okay, March 31st. Alright, April 1st. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do, and where we're gonna end this episode. I am going to declare war on Norway. We're gonna say conquer. Alright, and I'm going to take these guys, because I have my transport fleet here. I'm just going to take these guys, I'm going to hit this button to load them onto the transports, and I'm going to order the transports to do an amphibious invasion just south of Oslo. And there they go. And there we are. Our amphibious invasion of Norway has begun. And then once they land, we'll take Oslo. Once we take Oslo, then the entire country is going to fall. And then also, what we're going to hopefully get do next episode is probably start our war with Russia. I think we're probably ready to do it. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next time.